Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Wednesday, September 7th. And we're getting near the end here. Oh, we're one day out from a double eviction, and then things will be really quiet. Things were not necessarily quiet yesterday. A lot of talk was going on, but it is a lot of dancing around in circles, man. I kind of tweeted late last night. It's like, I don't know about anybody else, but this right now these feeds are just, I call it a death spiral, but I just feel like I just don't feel like watching them. I hate to say that, but it's like they're just talking themselves in circles, and it's all really contingent on who wins head of household after Terrence is evicted. Terrence is getting evicted. That's for sure. And then who wins head of household after that is kind of the question, and how's it going to fall off. But I mean, they are all talking to each other. I don't know. I can't tell you for sure who is totally aligned with who. Brittany has. They're even talking in the house like Brittany has out-pooched Pooch in the way that she's kind of talked her game into the ground in the last 36 hours. She's talked to everybody so much. She's made final two deals, I think, with Turner and with Alyssa, or tried to make final two details. And then they've shared that she's tried to make those final two details with other people. So her game has been exposed that she's trying to do this. Terrence, in his going down, in his desperation, has tried to different angles. He told Taylor yesterday how Monty had been brought in to the what was it called, the after party. After the two groups got recombined, she wasn't aware of that, and Terrence revealed that to her, as a way to kind of, I guess, sow distrust or say, oh, you didn't know that this happened. By the way, I know more than you do about some things. Like, you didn't even know that this happened, which is true. But they're not keeping him. She's not keeping him. But you got what? I don't know. I would have said before that, you got Brittany and Michael are a really strong alliance. You got Turner and I thought Monty were pretty decently strongly aligned. As the remaining guys in the pound. And Alyssa, of course, kind of lost her partner with Kyle. And Terrence is kind of floundering. Who am I missing here? Michael is, well, I already mentioned Michael. Taylor, I don't know who she's strongly aligned with. I really don't. I think several of these people are kind of like adrift. Alyssa and Taylor are definitely not locked in with one particular person. Brittany is kind of pulling herself away from Michael. Michael is, for all the chatter that went on yesterday, Michael was involved in very little of it. Everybody else seemed to be scrambling, and Michael didn't seem to be near as much of a participant as everybody else. And he's the one they should all be worried about. So, I don't know, man. It's in some ways, it's just it's so scattered right now. It's hard to nail anything down, and I don't know if that's good or bad. It's kind of a wide open field, other than, I guess, if it was a horse race, Michael is way out in front, and most of the others are in a pack trying to catch him. And the question is he going to trip and fall before he gets to the finish line? Or is he going to finish and everybody else is going to be coming up, bringing up the rear? I don't know right now. To me, it all comes down to, first of all, it comes down to tomorrow night. If he makes it through tomorrow night, he could have a fairly clear path to the end. And he is good enough I guess what you can say is that he's been winning about half the competitions, right? I don't know how many total there have been. I almost remember like 15 or 16, and he's won 9, something like that. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on that, but I remember seeing that someone said that there had been 14 competitions and he'd won 8 or 9 of them. So that means he's going to win about half the competitions, and all he needs to win is either the head of household or the power veto. That's 2 competitions. He just needs to win one of them in order to kind of get through. So, yeah, he could kind of win his way out potentially. I don't. If Michael makes it all the way to the end and wins it, it'll definitely be a very powerful player. I don't know if it will qualify, and I don't think it will qualify in my personal opinion as one of the best players of all time. That's me, partially because I don't feel like I haven't seen the strategy out of him nearly as much. Now, I think some people would argue that with me, and it's possible that that's the case. He's definitely, I guess part of it's just been the way things have happened. Yeah, see, that's not fair. I mean, he's taking advantage of the situation. I don't know, maybe I would have to. I don't know. We'll have to see. All right, I'm talking myself in circles right now, but I mean, I'm looking at I've got my list of players here with Marvin still listed again, by the way, on here. and no Joseph, but he's in the jury house now. As far as shots to win, Alyssa, 0 shot to win, in my opinion. Turner, I still think he has a possibility. Brittany, I don't think she has a possibility to win at this point. Maybe it was Brittany and Alyssa. That would be your possibility. There's no way those are going to be the final 2. Michael, very, very good probability of winning. Taylor, there's so many Taylor fans out there, and I'm not anti-Taylor, but at the same time, I still have this feeling like, okay, what has she done game-wise, gameplay, to elevate her? I think she has a shot to win, though, put it that way. And I am not being anti-Taylor. I said, I retweeted it again yesterday, or I shared it with somebody. It's like, I said she's like Kesar. She's an amazing fan favorite. She says all the right things, but she's not played Big Brothers exceptionally well so far. The actual game part, the actual competition part, and the actual strategy part, and that was right out of the chute. So, anyways, but I think she could win it. Then Monty, again, I think he has a shot. I do think he has a shot, depending on who he ends up in the finals against, if he ends up in the finals against someone. And Terrence is going home. So I see Terrence, Brittany, and Alyssa as having 0 shot, and the other 4 is having a possibility. And that's what I said, the same 4 that I said a couple weeks ago, that I thought still all had a shot. So probably one of them is going to disappear Thursday night. Probably one of those 4 gets evicted Thursday night would be my guess. I don't know. It could be Alyssa. It could be Brittany. Maybe one of those 2 will go. But I suspect that one of the top 4 in my list will get shockingly evicted on Thursday night. All right. That's what I got, folks. I don't have all kinds of details. Lots of nitty gritty. There was lots and lots of conversations last night that went on, or yesterday that went on, and I don't see the advantage to replaying them all, other than to kind of point out that they're all talking to each other. They're all throwing each other under the bus in different ways, and it's all setting it up for Thursday and next week. And again, it just depends on who wins the first head of household competition on tomorrow night, who goes after that, and then the person who wins head of household after that makes a difference. So you've got 7 people left. You're going to have 4 votes. It should be 4-0 to evict Terrence. Worst case, it'll be 3-1. Then you'll have another eviction. And we'll talk about this more tomorrow. There's no point in me talking to you about something's going to happen tomorrow when I'm going to talk to you again before tomorrow. So with that, I am going to sign off. Thanks again, everyone, for listening. Thank you for your support. All that good stuff. I hope you have a happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday. I got to keep reminding myself because we lost the day with... didn't lose a day, but with Labor Day, I didn't have a day of work. So, yay for Wednesday. Yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I'm gonna head off to work myself, like I am not already. I'm almost there, and I'll holler at you if anything exciting and amazing happens on the feeds, which I'm guessing is very highly unlikely, but maybe. You never know. You could be surprised. I kind of doubt it, though. All right. Take care, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.